What's going on, guys? My name is Brennan and welcome back to the channel. During these past few months, if you haven't known already, the stock market has been a crazy roller coaster going up and down. But for the most part, if you started investing during this recent downturn, you would have made some serious profit by now. If we're being specific, you could have potentially multiplied your money anywhere from 2 times to 7 times your value. So that's pretty incredible to think about. So today we're going to be talking about how much money you could have made investing $1,000 into these specific stocks. Now, before I get started, if you haven't done so already, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and drop a like on the video. It'll help support the channel and keep you up to date with new content. And I don't know why you haven't subscribed yet. I know you're sitting there wondering, man, I should be subscribed. You probably should just go hit the button. You won't regret it. And I say this in every video, but if you haven't started investing or you're looking for an app to use, I got 2 links in the description, one for Robinhood and then one for M1 Finance. You get 1 free stock with Robinhood if you use my link, and then a $10 credit to your account if you use M1 Finance. Now, what you're seeing on the screen right now is my M1 Finance portfolio, which is currently sitting at about $4,635 and some spare change. Today, we're not going to be going into depth into my portfolio. I'll be doing an update at the end of the month, so look out for that in the next few weeks. We're going to be looking at some specific stocks. We're going to be using Google, and it'll make it a lot easier for you to understand. Now, the first stock we're going to be looking at is Tesla. I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this video right now knows about Tesla, about the cars, SpaceX, Elon Musk, anything about that, the Cybertruck, everything. But for the purpose of this video, when we're going through the stock chart here, I'm going to pretend that we're purchasing every stock at this specific date right here, March 18th, maybe a couple days after, but each individual stock in the market, this is like the lowest that it ever got to, which was about March 18th. So just to kind of rule out any kind of variable factors there, we're going to just do it at March 18th. But Tesla stock is currently at $935 as of right now. And if you look right before the coronavirus drop happened, it was at $917 and it went all the way down to $361. So I'm going to pull my calculator up real quick to show you how we're going to do the math. All right, so we would do $1,000, which is this right here, divided by $361 a share to show how many shares we get. And that means we get a total of 2.77 blah, 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 blah shares of Tesla stock. So we would have 2.7 shares basically. We'll basically say 3 for the most part. But next thing we're going to do is go back. So I'm going to click right here and I'm going to take it to the highest we can get, which is about right here. And let's pretend that you sold it here on June 10th. You bought March 18th, sold June 10th. You would have made a profit of $663 per share. So we're gonna go back here to the calculator and multiply by $663, which is how much it increased, to see that we would have made a profit of $1,836 on our money. So obviously we plus that, plus the initial 1,000 that we had to see how much we could have sold. And we would have sold out, and if we would have just sold all of our Tesla stock, we would have came out with $2,836, and the profit obviously would have been the $1,836, which is pretty incredible. Now, an easier way to do this, so I don't have to do all the math for the most part, is if you click on the stock here, if I click on it and I scroll all the way up into the highest peak right here, you'll see that it doesn't only just say how much money it went up, it also shows a percentage. So the percentage right there, if you look closely, 183%. So for every 100%, that means I'm doubling my money, right? Because if I make 100% back, that means I'm doubling it. So the first 100 would be an extra 1,000, then the second, the 83%. So basically $1,830 in profit. Now, the next stock we're looking at is Zoom. Everybody's been using this lately, obviously, because we can't go out. Schools are trying to figure out how to teach their students, and Zoom has just been a video platform that's been used for various purposes over the past few months, and it's kind of skyrocketed. Zoom looks a little different. Zoom didn't drop as Tesla did. You see how Tesla dropped from 900 to down to 300. Zoom didn't do that because of the fact that it was being used more. They needed more of the company, so they were actually making more profit throughout this downturn. So that's something to think about when you put it into perspective. A lot of other companies do that, like Amazon, Clorox, things that were really important during this COVID-19 crisis. But other than that, let's get back to the top we were talking about. Let's say you bought right here March 18th. And like I said, I'm not going to use the calculator. I'm just going to highlight, scroll all the way across, and pretend that you sold it right here. So plus $105 a share, 88%. So you basically would have made 88% of your money back. So this one's not as crazy, but obviously Zoom could be a long-term play for a lot of people with everything going on right now. So basically you would have made $880 back on Zoom. And if you're not using Zoom right now and you got an iPhone, you're using FaceTime to talk to your girl, talk to your friends and family, that's the move, because #Apple. Nothing against anybody that doesn't have an Apple iPhone, but yeah. Now, next stock, we're going into Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. I'm pretty sure all of you guys know Royal Caribbean and Carnival. We'll do Carnival next. But Royal Caribbean is a cruise line that I actually haven't been able to go on yet. I've went on to a Carnival cruise before, but I want to go on Royal Caribbean, obviously, when this all goes away, because I'm not trying to be on a cruise right now. But before coronavirus, Royal Caribbean was about $134 a share, and it tumbled as low as basically March 18th. it went all the way down to $22 a share. So think about that, from 133 to $22. That's pretty crazy to think about, but people took advantage of this time. Basically, remember, when the stock drops, it's on a discount. So if you purchased it right here, if I click and I highlight all the way up to right this point right here, you made 236%. So basically, you would have made, if you put 1,000 on it, well, so 1,000, obviously 236%, you would have basically made $2,360 on your actual $1,000, which is just crazy. You could have sold out and made that profit of $2,360. Now, the last two stocks I'm gonna be showing you guys here are basically the ones that could have multiplied your money 5 to 7 times, which is crazy to think about. And if you didn't do that, you probably are beating yourself up right now thinking, man, I should have put money into these stocks, but it's okay. We'll talk about that in a sec. Dorado Resorts is a company in the hotel, casino, resort industry. They have about 23 properties, as you can see right here, across 11 states. Looking at this site here, you see just so many different things. The site is very appealing. The colors, the attractions, just look at these. Look at these resorts, look at these casinos. This is just really incredible. This is a stock that I was told about by a friend, and it's just crazy. This company has made a huge comeback. So looking at the chart here, Dorado was previously at $69, and it went all the way down to March 18th, $7. So they divided themselves by 6 times. Looking at it now, if you bought here at $7, and I highlight it, and look at this, go all the way up to the high peak that it was at, 531%. Multiply that, right? 1,000 times 531%. That would get you a total of $5,310 in profit, which is crazy, right? That's incredible to think about. Just off your 1,000, you multiplied your money basically by 6 times, right? Basically, because 1,000 plus 5,000 is 6,000. And again, math, you know what I'm saying. But it has dropped since then. It's dropped down a little bit. So previously was at the high of 45. But it went down to 33. But I mean, this is just crazy to think about, that if you could have put 1,000 right here, it would be worth basically 5 to 6 times your money now. Imagine if you put 10,000 right here and it went up that much, you basically would have made 50,000. Like, just put that into perspective. You keep adding the numbers together and it just gets larger and larger. That's incredible. The last company we have here is Wayfair, and if you don't know what Wayfair is, because I didn't know about it until a few days ago, it's basically an e-commerce company that sells furniture and home goods online. So obviously you're probably thinking right now the reason that it's booming is because of the fact that everything's been online. Everybody's buying on Amazon. Everybody's buying things that online rather than going to the store. So a lot of people have been using this site. If you look at this one, and this one's honestly the biggest gain in return you would have seen. Now, if I go down here to March 19th when it was at $23 and I highlight it all the way up until where it is now, you would see that you would be up 685% on your money. And again, if you made 685% of your money, you'd be making a profit of $6,850 off your $1,000 investment. You put $10,000, that would be worth $68,000 in profit that you would have right now to sell after 3 months. Some people don't even make that much in a year. So just put that into perspective. Now, the whole point of me making this video isn't to tell you to go out and buy these stocks right now, or to wait on the sidelines, to wait to buy these stocks when they drop again. I'm just trying to show you guys how important it is to be invested. Now, there are people that just started investing and bought those stocks when they dropped, and they've made serious profit. But for other investors that were probably investing in the company years ago, they probably didn't sell their shares. They just held on and invested more money. Some people decide to sell all of their shares, which could cause you to lose money if you're just selling it at a large loss. But if you would have just been a steady investor and put more money into the companies, you could have made this large amount of profit by now. And like a lot of big millionaires say, it's not about timing the market, trying to time the lowest spot. It's about time in the market. So if you would have just had some time and held it beforehand, you would have been fine instead of trying to time it exactly. That's why I didn't sell any stocks throughout this crazy downturn. I actually put a lot more money into my M1 Finance account here and bought a lot more shares. That's why the value is going up a lot faster. But if there ever is a large drop like there was back a few months ago, I will definitely be putting more money into the market, and hopefully you guys will take that into consideration as well. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but just put it into perspective how much money you could have made. All right, guys, that is about it for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, again, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section if you haven't. If you want to just chat, if you want to talk, have any questions or concerns, just leave them down there. I'll respond to you guys for sure. You guys be safe, take care of yourselves, don't talk to strangers, and I will see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.